Okay, let us start sitting in any comfortable pose. You might like to choose the cross-leg position or any other position which is comfortable for you. And let us close the eyes. And let us take a few deeper breaths. Simply saying good morning to yourself. And take one more breath. And then complete breath out. Let us place one hand on the heart. Feel the warm hand touching your body. And let us set the intention for the practice. And set the intention for the day. One more breath. And then complete breath out. You might like to open your eyes, rest your hands. I remind you about the Ujjayi breath. So start with a very gentle tightening the backside of your throat. And see if by breathing you can hear your breath. To really hear your breath, you might like to make those little shells out of your hands, and for a little moment place the hands around your ears. Let your eyes focus on one point and breathe, creating a hissing sound, a sound of the ocean. Keep breathing with the Ujjayi breath. Release the hands. We like the Ujjayi breath to be present with our practice. So let us lift the right arm up to the sky and move on the length of your breath. With the exhalation, bend sideways. Inhale, bring yourself back to center. And then bring the arm down as you exhale. Same left. Breathe in, reach with your arm up. Exhale, bow sideways. And return to center with the in-breath. And then bring the arm down. And bring both arms up to the sky on the in-breath. Lower the hands as you exhale. Let us roll over the knees, hands and knees. See if you can spread the fingers wide. Get stretched. So with the in-breath, please arch your back. And with the out-breath, round your back. And again, inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round your back. Press your hands and feet evenly down. And one more time, breathe in. And then breathe fully out. Return to center, straighten your back. And then reach with your right leg back on the in-breath. Get your knee to your chest and round your back. As we extend the right leg back, flex your foot, engage your back muscles. And then round your back on the out breath. And with the next in breath, extend your right leg. Stay here. Extend your left arm. And then slowly bend your knee and reach with your hand to your foot. Press with your foot to your hand. And stay here. Take one more breath. And then breathe fully out. Bring your knee and hand down. A cat stretch, arch your back on the in breath. And round your back on the out breath. One more, inhale, arch. A cow pose. Exhale, round your back, a cat pose. And then return to the center. Extend your left leg back with the in breath. And slowly bring your knee to your chest and round your back. There we go again. Extend your left leg. Inhale. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest. And as you extend your left leg back, extend your right arm forward. And then bend your knee and reach with your hand to your foot. Press your foot to your hand and creating a bow. Breathe in and then breathe out. One more breath. And then slowly bring your knee down and your hand down. You might shift the weight to the front side and then slowly bring your pelvis down. Bring your ribcage down. Lie down on your belly. And move into a baby cobra. Breathe in. And with the exhalation, move down. See if you can pull your navel in and do the same. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. And one more. Breathing in. Cobra. Press the hands. Lift your pelvis. And move your sitting bones back, a downward facing dog. You might like to walk in a downward dog. So bend one knee on the in breath. And then bend the other leg on the out breath. And again, breathe in. And breathing out, cultivating the Ujjayi breath. And then walk your feet forward to the front side of your mat. Elongate your spine with the in-breath. And with the exhalation, bend forward, Uttanasana. Press your feet down and slowly rise up to standing. Circle your arms up and over. And then bring the hands back to your heart. Exhale. Let us stay here for one breath. And then complete breath out. Rise your arms up to the sky and go for a little back bend. As you exhale, bend forward, Uttanasana. Step your right foot back, big step. Bring your back knee down. So in here, use the blanket beneath your knee if you need. Then we will rise the arms. Inhale. And with the exhalation, bring the hands down. Step back to downward dog. Lift your heels and move slowly into plank. So you can bring your knees down, lower down, Chaturanga. And then roll your shoulders, moving either to Cobra or Upward Dog. And then send your sitting bones back into a Downward Dog. And breathe in. And breathe out. Let your eyes look at one stable point. Good. Lift your heels with the next in-breath. Bend your knees and step your right foot forward. You might like to bring your back knee down and rise your arms on an in-breath. Slowly bring the hands back to the ground and step your left foot forward. And then elongate the spine with the in-breath. Exhale, Uttanasana. And rise up to standing, breathing. Go for a little back bend. And then bring the hands back to your heart. And the same left side. So rise your arms on the in-breath. With the exhalation, bend forward, Uttanasana. Take a big step, your left foot back. Bring your back knee down, use the blanket beneath your knee if you need. And slowly rise the arms on the in-breath. Bring your hands down to the floor. Downward dog. Stay in the pose. Connect to your breathing. And with the next in-breath, move into the plank. Yes, you can get the knees down and then chest down. Open to cobra or up dog. Breathe in. And then send your sitting bones back into a downward dog again. Stay for 3 breaths. And 2. One breath. You might like to bend your knees and step your left foot forward. Bring your back knee down and slowly rise your arms on an in-breath. Bring the hands to the ground and step your right foot forward. Elongate your spine on the in-breath. Exhale, bend forward. Bring your arms forward and up. Little back bend. And then bring the hands back to your heart. So notice the way you feel. Maybe you start to feel a bit warmer. Yeah, the sun is the energy and is connected to the fire, the heat. Now let us release the arms next to the body. There we go again. Rise your arms on the in-breath. And bend forward, Uttanasana. Take a big step, your right foot back. But this time, keep your right leg straight, knee above your ankle, and then slowly rise up into the high lunge. Stay, 2. 1. Bring the hands down. Step back into the downward dog. One deep breath. And then complete breath out. Now we will go forward. And now be very careful because we roll over the toes. Then you let your pelvis move down. Then you let your chest move up. So we go directly to upward dog. And from the upward dog, press the hands, go via plank into a downward facing dog. So we skip the chaturanga. 2 more breaths. One. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward and step your right foot forward. Keep your back leg straight, heel above your toes. Slowly rise up into the high lunge. Stay For another 2 breaths. Keep your legs engaged, pelvic floor and belly. Arms are straight and shoulders are down. And with the next exhalation, bring the hands down and step your left foot forward. Elongate your spine on an in-breath. Bend forward, Uttanasana. Rise up to standing. You might like to move your arms forward and up. And bring yourself back into the center, hands by your heart, feet on the ground. Feel grounded. Be present. Hear your breath. Feel your body. 1 breath. And with the out breath, relax your hands. Circle your arms up again. Bend forward, Uttanasana, exhale. Take a big step your left foot back. Keep your knee above your ankle, and when you're ready, rise your arms, moving into the high lunge. Lower your shoulders. Keep both legs super active. You might find a stretch at the front side of your left hip joint. 1 breath. Exhale, bring the hands down. Move your sitting bones back. A downward dog. Spread the fingers wide. Spread your toes wide. And slowly lift the heels. Roll over your toes. Move your pelvis down. Move your chest up. Upward dog. And reverse. Send your sitting bones back. A downward facing dog. Remember that you can choose the child pose instead of downward dog. Whenever you notice your breath is short, shallow, get into a child pose and stay as long as your breath needs that. And let us take 1 more breath. Bend your knees as you exhale and step your left foot forward. Keep your back heel above your toes and rise up with lightness, stability. And breathe. In. And then out. Squeeze the butt muscles, the muscles of your legs. Knee your pelvic floor, your Mula Bandha. Activate your Uddiyana Bandha with every exhalation, moving your navel towards your spine. And then slowly bend forward and step your right foot forward. Lift yourself halfway up as you breathe in. Exhale, Uttanasana. And rise up to standing with the in-breath. And exhale, say. Breathe deeply. And then breathe fully out. Each time we get into the mountain pose, check with yourself, how are you feeling? Same pose, but the feelings might be different. There we go again. Move your arms forward and up, breathing. And with the exhalation, bend forward, Uttanasana. Take a big step, your right foot back forward. And rise up into the high lunge. Inhale. And then exhale, clasp the hands behind your back. So roll your shoulders back. Lift the chest. Lift the arms. One breath. Rise your arms with the in-breath. Bring the hands down to the ground And then straighten your left leg back, three-legged dog. See if you can find your legs being active, your arms being straight and your spine being long. Stay for one breath. And then complete breath out. Yes, bring your foot down. Lift both heels. Roll over your toes. Bring your hips down, bring your chest up, up dog. And move back into a downward dog. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. Move your sitting bones back. 2 more breaths. Complete in-breath and complete out-breath. Lift the heels. Bend your knees, look forward, and quietly step your feet forward. And then elongate your spine. Inhale. See if you can shift the weight to the front side of your feet. Exhale, bend forward, Uttanasana. Bring your arms forward and up and over your head. Go for a little back bend. And bring the hands back to your heart. Stay for one breath. And complete breath out. Bring your arms down. Left side. So we rise your arms on the in-breath. Gaze up. Bend forward, Uttanasana. Take a big step, your left foot back. Square the hips and rise up into the high lunge. Bring your arms sideways down and clasp the hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders, lift your heart. See if you can lift the arms, close your rib cage. Take another breath. Complete breath out. Rise your arms, inhale. And then bring the hands down to the ground. And then stretch the right leg back, three-legged dog. And find your arms being straight, fingers being spread. Find your back being long and your legs straight. One breath. And carefully bring your foot down. Get the feet together. Lift the heels. Yes. Roll over your toes. Get the hips down, get the chest up. Up dog. And back into a downward dog. Exhale. Okay, let us take a child pose. You might like to place the hands under the forehead and stay here for a few breaths. Regulate your breathing. And then with the next in-breath, bring yourself into the hands and knees. And then slide your hips down, lift your chest, and lie down on your belly. We are going to bend the knees and then grab your ankles. Then press your feet to the hands and move into a bow pose. With the out breath, lower down. And again, press your feet to the hands and rise up. And then lower down. And again, breathing in. And then breathing out. Straighten the legs, bring the hands by your rib cage. Move into the upward dog. And send your sitting bones back into a downward facing dog. Deep in breath. And then complete out breath. With the next in-breath, rise your right leg up to the sky. And then carefully bring your knee to your chest and step your foot quietly forward. Rise up into the high lunge. Bring the hands behind you. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. Straighten the front leg on the in-breath. Then bend your front knee on the out-breath. Do the same twice. Breathe in, straighten the front leg. And lower down, exhale. Let the hips stay square. Keep your belly muscles engaging. And then bend your front knee. Slowly shift the weight to the front foot. Step on your right foot. And then carefully, slowly lift your left leg, lift your arms. Fly the warrior. Straighten the left leg. And then carefully bring your hands down to the ground. Press your right foot and lift your left leg. Reach with the head down. Reach with your foot up. Connecting the earth with the air. One breath. And then carefully get back into the flying warrior. So you can bring the hands to your waist, bend your standing knee, and carefully step back and open the hips, warrior two. Yes, open the arms. Breathe in. And then breathe out. So now what we like to do is to cross the arms over and see if you can keep your right arm from under and left arm from above. And with the in-breath, straighten the front leg and rise your arms. And with the exhalation, bend your front knee and return with the arms. The same twice. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. And one more. Inhale. And then exhale. Take a moment to hug yourself. Yes. And open the arms. And warrior two. Yes. Press your right foot and straighten the front leg. And transition to a triangle. See if you can grab your big toe, lift your left arm. And take a moment to look at your left hand. Listen to your breath. With the next exhalation, look down, bend your front knee, bring yourself up into warrior two. Lift your back heel, square the hips to the front side of your mat. Step back into a downward facing dog. And in here, lift the heels. Roll over your toes. Let the hips move down, let the chest move up. Upward facing dog. And then press the hands, go via plank to a downward dog. Exhale. Stay here for another 3 breaths. And one more breath. And then complete breath out. Slowly lift your left leg up to the sky. Bring your knee to your chest as you exhale and step your foot forward. And rise up into the high lunge, breathing. Clasp the hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders back. Bend your front knee on the out breath. Straighten the front leg on the in breath. Pick up your core. And again, exhale, bend. And then straight. One more. Good. And then as you bend your front knee, step to your left foot. And then slowly straighten the right leg, lift the hands, fly the warrior. Make your legs as strong as you can. Make your back as straight as you can. And make yourself breathe as deep as you can. And then carefully bring the hands down. Press your left foot and lift your right leg. Reach with the head down and with your foot up. And then carefully bring yourself back to warrior three. You can place the hands on your hips. Pick yourself up. And then slowly, carefully bend your front knee. And open into warrior two. Open the arms. And then we will bring the left arm under the right arm. Grab the hands together. When you're ready, straighten the front leg and lift your arms. And then bend your front knee and get back to center. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. One more, lift. Exhale, lower down. And carefully open the arms to your side. Press your left foot. Straighten your leg. Move into triangle pose. Grab your big toe if you can. And then gaze at your right thumb. One more breath. And carefully bend your front knee and bring yourself back into warrior two. Lift your back heel and circle the arms down. Step back to a downward dog. Slowly lift the heels. Roll over your toes. Upward facing dog. And back into a downward dog. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. Keep elongating your spine. One breath. Bend your knees on the exhalation. Look forward and quietly step or jump your feet forward. Elongate the spine with the in-breath. Exhale, Uttanasana. And then rise your arms up to standing. And bring your hands back to your heart. Release the hands and then let us step to the left foot. We are going to bend the right knee and then place your right hand from inside by your ankle. Yes? And then from there we are going to press the foot to the hand, creating a bow. And then you might like to lift your left arm. Let the eyes look at one point. Pick up your breath. And then if you can, slowly bend your left hip joint. And then slowly bring yourself back to center. Bring your feet together and hands together. Take a deep breath in and then complete breath out. And we are going to switch the side, yes? So step to your right, bend your left knee, and then grab your left ankle from inside. When you're ready, you start to push your foot to your hand. You can stay here or rise your arm. And then when you feel stable, You bend your right hip joint and you slowly, carefully bring yourself down and forward. And then press your right foot and bring yourself back to center. Tadasana reminds yourself your intention. And then relax the arms next to your body. Let us rise the arms with the next in-breath. As you exhale, bend forward, Uttanasana. Take a big step, your right foot back. Yes, take a big step, your left foot back, plank. Chaturanga. And go for the upward dog. And then transition back into a downward dog. So lift the heels, bend your knees. And then step your right foot towards your left hand. And then step your left foot towards your right hand. Cross the feet. And slowly bring yourself down to sitting. Nice. And then very, very slowly, carefully bring yourself down. We go for the shoulder bridge, so you might like to keep your feet hip distance wide. Straighten the arms next to your body. And then simply press your feet down and lift your hips. Clasp the hands behind your back. So we did that before in a standing position, in a flying warrior. See if you can press the hands to the ground. And see if you can lift your pelvis and move your chest towards the back wall. So you might like to stay here. Yes, or go for the full wheel pose. Urdhva Dhanurasana, so we bring the hands by the ears. Inhale, get yourself to the crown of the head. And then straighten the arms. And stay here for 5 breaths. One more breath. And carefully bring yourself out of the pose. Take a moment to breathe, to feel yourself. And let us take one more breath. You might like to lift the hips slightly off the ground and place your hands under your pelvis. Slowly straighten the legs. Lift your head. Lower your legs. And slowly bring yourself up to sitting. Yes, sit with your legs active and the toes spread. You might like to step your right foot over the left leg. Place the hands by your knee and then pull your heart forward so we are straightening the back. And then slowly turn your body to your right and bring the right hand behind you. And then a left elbow behind your right leg. Make your left leg active. Spread your toes, press the backside of your left knee down to the ground. Keep sitting on 2 sitting bones, elongating your spine. Press your left arm to your right knee. And breathe. Send your breath to the lower back, your upper back. And take another breath here. And then carefully come back to center. Turn to your left side. Counterbalance the spine. And one breath. As you return to center, slide your left leg to the back, so we go for the half shoelace. And then see if you can bend forward. And in this pose, we are looking for the stretch of the outside of your right butt muscles, but also the lower back and the upper back. So in a case this pose doesn't work, you can take either cross-leg position or maybe the eye of the needle pose. See if you can relax your head. And then you might like to walk your left hand to the left side. Left hand, left side, and bring the right arm over your head. And take this tiny moment to ground your left hand and then ground your right sitting bone. And find a stretch in the right side of your body. The side belly muscles, muscles between the rib cage, the butt muscles. And allow yourself to breathe a couple of times deeply. And one breath. And then carefully you might like to bring yourself out of the pose. Help your legs to straighten. And then let us step the left foot over the right foot. Bring the hands by your knee and then straighten your spine. Turn your body to your left. You bring the left hand behind you and the right elbow against your thigh. And here, make your right leg stronger. Spread your toes. Press the backside of your right knee down to the ground to keep the quadriceps engaged. Keep grounding your sitting bones and elongate your spine. Press your arm to your leg and create a little more of a spinal twist if you like. Lower your left shoulder. And you might like to close your eyes and follow the pathway of your breath. Another 2 breaths. And then carefully come back to center, turn to the other side to counterbalance. Feel your spine. And then come back to center and then pull your left leg towards the back. The half shoelace, you might like to bend forward. Choose the cross leg position or eye of the needle if you'll need. We are looking for the stretch of the outside of your left leg and butt muscles, lower back, upper back. So notice how this side feels for you. Let your breath be smooth and deep. There's no need to get anywhere. There's no need to push. Return to a pure being, pure with yourself. And then you might like to step your right hand to the right side. Bring the left arm over your head. And then ground your right hand and your left sitting bone. And see if you can find some stretch at the outside of the left side. Side belly muscles and muscles between the rib cage. Maybe some stretch in the butt muscles. And with every exhalation, let go of any tightness, any stress. And let us take one more breath. And then complete breath out. And then slowly bring yourself back to center. Carefully straighten the left leg forward. You might like to bring the hands behind you. Take this moment to scan the body. Alright, let us lie down on the back. We will go for a few of simple stretches. So as you're on your back, lift your right leg up to the sky. And then grab either your thigh, the calf, or the foot. And notice what you feel. Maybe there is some stretch at the back side of your leg, the hamstrings. And then let us grab the right foot or the calf from the inside using the right arm, and then rest your left hand on the left hip joint. And then very slowly and carefully open your right leg to your side. Maybe you need to keep your right knee slightly bent, that's alright. We are looking for the stretch of the inside of your right leg, but also the stretch at the back side of your right leg and the front side of your left hip joint, the iliopsoas. And let us take one more deep breath. And then bring your leg back to center. You might like to grab your right foot with the left hand. And then slowly bring your leg to the opposite direction, to your left side. So your foot can stay above the ground, can go all the way down. Everything depends what you feel and how deep you like to go. And then bring yourself back to center. Let go of your foot, keep your leg up. And then taking 10 seconds, slowly bring your leg down. Just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Feel the right and left side. And then slowly bring your left leg up to the sky. Grab first your thigh or the calf or foot. And again, notice what you feel, maybe some stretch at the back side of your left leg. Take good care of your breath, long and smooth breath. And then you might like to hold your left foot from the outside and then slowly open your left leg to your side. We look for the stretch of the inside of your left leg. In here you could choose to keep your knee slightly bent or keep your left leg fully straight. And if you feel any stretch at the back side of your left leg or the front side of your right hip joint, the iliopsoas, that's what we focus as well. And then with the next in-breath, bring your leg back to center and then grab your foot or the calf with the opposite hand and slowly bring your leg to your right side. And stay here for another 3 breaths. And then carefully bring yourself back to the center. Let your legs stay up. And then we are going to lower down the leg, counting till 10 or maybe longer. And then relax. Notice how you feel. Take a deep breath in and a complete breath out. You might like to cover your body with a blanket and the eyes with the either eye pillow or the towel. And take this moment to listen to the sounds around you. Notice places when your body touches the ground. Focus on your breath. Feel how the body is rising and falling. Come into the present moment and let go of regrets about the past or worries about the future. Bring attention to the head, eyes and jaw, allowing any tension to soften. Rest here for a moment, taking it all in. If you notice pain or emotional discomfort, bring kind and loving attention to that part of your body. Move your attention to the neck and the throat, allowing them to soften. Bringing soothing attention to any tightness and discomfort. Continue down into your shoulders and chest, filling your body with kindness. Notice any discomfort and invite it to soften. Bringing a gentle and kind attention to any pain or emotion. Don't fight or resist. Let it be as it is. Bring attention to both of your arms simultaneously, from the upper arm down to the fingertips. If this is a difficult time for you, let your hands rest on your heart, feeling the soothing and comfortable touch. Continue with the belly, the back and the pelvis, bringing kind and compassionate attention to every part of your body. If difficult feelings arise, return to your breath or try to repeat some loving kindness phrases. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be peaceful. May I live with peace. Or try other variations such as, may I be free from inner and outer harm. May I love myself completely, just as I am. If you like, you can simplify the sentence to just the key words: safe, healthy, peaceful, ease. Let those words land. Receive them. Let them nourish you. If you come up against a strong dislike of any parts of your body, try to say, may I love and accept my body just as it is. May I bring kindness and compassion to the body. Bring kind attention to your thighs, knees and the ankles and feet. Appreciating all that your body does and how hard it is working for you. If you get distracted, return to the breathing. If you feel overwhelmed by feeling associated with a particular region of your body, you can bypass this part of your body and return when you're ready. And with the compassion for your entire body, with all its scars, imperfection, discomfort or illness. See if you can appreciate this body, loving it as it is right now. When you feel ready, you might like to move gently with the fingers, with the toes. Maybe turn your head to right or left. Roll to one side. Take a moment to reflect on your practice. And when you're ready, you could bring yourself up to sitting. Bring the hands at the front side of your heart. See if you can take your intention to the rest of the day. As we bow forward, say thank you to yourself. Namaste.